terms of a kind of compositional nerdiness of like the unison section with the four dancers, which I thought was kind of sublime, you know, like from a compositional.
It's from Justin Timberlake's video. That's my Marty Kudelka choreography. I want to not tip my hat to that person, but I absolutely do not know.
So I was just gonna ask, because you've just been working on Sueño, which is about musical harmonies, right? And again, that's not about like you're kind of imposing your stamp or your whatever, but about blending, right, according to some kind of magic, right? And so what the relationship between musical harmonies and dance harmonies, when you have like another dimension of space to work with?
Yeah, that's a really interesting question. I'm not sure if I'm going to answer it the way, well, I don't know, I'm going to answer something. Early in my making in New York, I met and worked with a young composer named Jimmy Fennelly, who I worked with for several years, and Jamie was very insistent that music had to have kind of equal power in the work as much as the dance did, and was very kind of adamant about that, almost to the point of like, we would fight about it, because I was like, okay, just like turn it down a little bit, Jamie. Like, he really liked it loud. But I think what I loved about that collaboration and what it kind of gave me was thinking about the body of sound, like the what sound does, and then thinking about sound as like texture and sensuality, and you know, we're in New York, right? New York is sort of like in many ways one of the homes of abstraction, and like the biggest fucking 20th century legacy in like the avant-garde is the distinction between dance and music, right? There are of course many different avant-gardes and there are many different approaches, but that's one of the sort of like the thing that haunts the New York dance scene sometimes. And I've always felt kind of like of it and not of that, because I really love music and I really like responding to music, and that's like a huge part of my life. But I also do understand intellectually the value of the distinguishing. So when that particular part emerged, because we were kind of looking at like what was happening in 2006, 2011, 2012, 2015, and I think that JT video was 2006. Anybody remember? Yeah, okay. So we were like, oh, what was going on? What were the hits? And we looked at that, and I just looked at that video. I was like, this fucking video is so dumb. But I was like, let's learn these moves. Like, let's learn these moves. And then that became the basis for this whole other thing that happens after it, the stuff that comes here, where we kind of took that and developed this thing that we call healing the audience. And so it became kind of incantation, it became magic. I mean, we also looked at Suspiria, the Luca Guadagnino version, and Damien Gelle's choreography in that. And so, yeah, I don't know, am I answering the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.